Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on Occidental Nomad. Today we're going to be installing an air conditioner in my trailer. So it's starting to heat up over here. It can get to 100, 105 over here for like June, July, and August. So I was debating on whether I needed an air conditioner. The fans have been doing okay, but it's even going to get hotter. So I decided to bite the bullet and give it a try. You'll notice that this one is one of the portable air conditioners. I would have preferred to use a window style mount unit, but I really don't want to cut a big enough hole in the trailer to do that. So the other advantage this portable unit will give me is that I can pull it out of the trailer during the winter when I'm not using it, and it can also be used in the off-grid cabin when I'm over there full-time. So disadvantages on these portable units, for one, they're more expensive. This is a 5,000 BTU, the equivalent 5,000 BTU window unit. It's like 150 bucks. This was 226 at Walmart. The window units also only use about 500 watts of power. I wasn't sure what this one was going to use, but it ends up being about 800 watts when it's on the lowest temperature setting with a fan running full. I was a little disappointed it was that high, but I can actually make it work now. I have 7,500 watt hours of battery capacity, and if I just run it periodically, you know, half hour on, half hour off during the day, when I'm pulling at least a few hundred watts of solar in as well, I think this will work. So that's the unit, or the box right there. Show you around back here real quick. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's fairly windy out today. So what I'm going to do is, the way the setup is in the trailer, get in here out of the sun so you can see. Hey buddy, what are you doing? He's ignoring me. So we got the bed on this side, I got some storage on this side, and then I basically got an aisle down the middle here. So I'm gonna put this, the unit right there. It's gonna sit right here at the back of the aisle against the back door. The way this works, the upper vent here is an inlet, the lower vent is an inlet. Those both have like filter screens on them. And then this rectangular one here in the center is your outlet for your hot air going out. So this is actually perfect positioning. I'm gonna put that right there. And then when this door closes, I'm gonna cut a hole right here. Now, this thing normally comes with, oh, you can maybe see it there. It's like a corrugated pipe that you can stretch out and move different directions. It's like a 6-inch pipe. I was surprised it's that large. But that pipe even collapsed. It's like 18 inches long. So I'm not going to use that here. What I decided to do is, this is the plastic piece that comes with it, and it goes on the back there. And normally the hose would attach to the other side of that. It's got little clips where the hose just clips in. But I went to Home Depot and bought one of these. This is a 6-inch to 4-inch pipe reducer. It has pretty good airflow out when it's running, so I didn't want to reduce it down too much, but going 6 to 4 I'm okay with. And then I just put some HVAC aluminum tape on here to hold it on. It kind of press fits in, but I just put some tape on there to hold it on. So this is gonna go on there like that. And then I'm gonna cut a 4-inch hole through the door. And then for the door, I'm gonna use this piece of flashing on the inside of the door. And then on the outside, I got one of these little just louver dryer vents. So 4-inch dryer vent, which will actually look pretty good on the outside. So I think that's gonna work good. That way I don't cut too big of a hole through the door. It's got that louver vent to cover it when don't have the AC hooked up to it. So, all right, that's the setup. I'm going to get to drilling and cutting, and I'll show you guys the progress. Alright, I got this adapter on the air conditioner so I can check the height, put the door in here, and I marked a circle around where it's going to go through. We got it marked on the door here, and then I just got my holes drilled through. I'm going to use my jigsaw to cut the square out, because I don't have a hole saw big enough to cut the circle. But it's all going to get hidden behind the flashing and everything anyway. So, all right, there we go. And then let's get into cutting the square out. All right, got the hole cut. Got the vent pushed in from the outside. I just drilled these 4 corner holes for the bolts. So the vent looks good out here, nice and clean. Next, I've got to take my piece of flashing and hold it up here and mark the 4 holes and drill holes for the flashing. Get that screwed on there, and we'll be ready to hook the air conditioner up. Okay, got everything installed here. Got the flashing on. I bought bolts that were slightly too long. I should have bought the 1.5 inch. No big deal. I can either cut them off or leave them or buy 1.5 inch later. And then I ended up with just a little bubble there because of the way the holes were drilled, but it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. And then on the outside, the vent. All right, next clip will be the air conditioner running. Here we are, the power station. I've got 200 watts coming in. It was just 400 a minute ago. Sun must be going behind a cloud. So just to test this, I got my extension cord plugged in, running back here to the AC. It actually sits here perfectly. You know, yeah, it's a little cramped in this trailer, but it is what it is. So sitting there, and then you just push it back until it fits into the duct, goes out the duct. Let's turn this thing on and see what happens. Oh, did I? Yep, I didn't turn my AC on. There we go. Give that a second. Okay, clicked on. Turn it on. It's at the 70 right now. Let's go down to, let's go all the way down. 60 is the lowest setting on this. So it's set to cool, 60, auto on the fan. Got my vents here. Good. Not feeling any hot air. Even though that's not sealed around the edge, the force of the air is just pushing it right back out that louvered vent. I'm not feeling any hot air there, and you can definitely feel it when you put your hand on the exhaust. So let's see here. It's not blowing cold yet. It usually takes a couple minutes for it to blow real cold, but it's running. We're pulling 520 watts or so right now. Yesterday when I tested it, it got up to around 800. So once the compressor kicks on full, then it'll be pulling that. So, but I think I'm happy with that. It's just kind of a press fit into there. I can just pull this away from the wall and take it completely out of here if I need to. And that thing is still covered with that louvered vent. So, come on, cold air. Yeah, it's starting to cool off. Okay, I think that works good. Heck yeah. I can't run it all day long, but it'll definitely be enough to cool it off here in the trailer. Run it for a half hour or so on those days when it's, 100 plus. I can generally stand up to about 90 with just my fans and stuff in here, but 100 plus is pretty brutal. That's about it. It's getting up to 600 watts or so. What I'm going to do, I'll get a better setup for this extension cord. I'll I'll run it off there and hide it, probably hide it behind the bed or something like that, so it's not out here in the middle of my walkway. But all right, there you go. Easy way to hook up a portable air conditioning unit in your DIY camper. You just kind of gotta make it fit where it can fit, drill holes where you can. That's better than drilling a gigantic hole right there and trying to put a window AC unit. I don't think this door would have supported that kind of weight anyway. Plus, like I said before, this thing can be removed very easily, and it can be used in my cabin. So I'd love if it only used 500 or 600 watts, but you know, there's no free lunch when it comes to AC, especially when you're running it on solar power. Yeah, we're up to 650 watts going to the AC. The solar is back to 438. That's pretty darn good. I have 3 200-watt panels up there, and 450 is probably about the most I've seen. They're just flat on the roof. They're not angled toward the sun, so getting about 150 watts each out of a 200-watt panel isn't too bad. So that's accounting for 2/3 of the power going out to the AC right now, which is nice. So I'm going to do a review on this Pecron unit here fairly soon. You guys have seen the E1500 LFP, but then I've got 2 of the expansion batteries. So all 3 combined is about 7,500 watt hours. So yep, there we go. AC. Is it cool yet? Oh yeah, nice and cool. Check this one more time. Okay, I can feel a little bit of heat there, but it's not, it's totally fine. And there's no airflow bleeding out the gap. You know what, let's check, see what the louver on the back looks like. Yeah, there you go. It's got plenty of airflow to force that louver up, so there you go. AC in a trailer as a Nomad. See you guys on the next video.